Look, Joe.
Beautiful, Steve.
And we're on. Okay.
We're on.
Hello, WantAFesters and Model Club TV viewers. We are here with. Oh my God, this is gonna. We may cut this short. We are going live with Crazy Joe. If you have been to WonderFest, you know Joe. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, it's an honor, gentlemen.
This is great.
Honor. Glad you asked me.
Hey, no, honestly, as far back as I can remember, I remember seeing you were on Gremlin's list as well, right? Were you on that? No?
I was a regular on their site, and I bought some shit off Gremlins, and
I just, when I think of, I don't ever remember a WonderFest not seeing you, so that's kind of where.
I've been going since '97 and never missed.
Okay, so maybe there's 2 years before you, but I always remember seeing you. So '97 was your first one?
It was my first.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
Time out.
Time out. It's Saturday.
A bottle of Basil Hayden's. Nice.
I drink and I know things. Okay, I gotta have some of that, fellas.
All right, no, that's good. I'm saving the whiskey for later because Steve.
Cheers to Crazy Joe.
Cheers
To
Crazy
cheers
Joe.
To WonderFest.
Into WonderFest.
Definitely. And cheers to you guys, man.
Hey, we're trying. You know, we like to try things.
We're doing what we can do. We're utilizing the technology and our associations to make something that'll get us through to October, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it's Saturday at WonderFest, odds are I'm outside, and it's time to.
So, okay, let's do
fire
it.
One up.
It would be 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock Louisville time. Where would you be right now?
Right
on
there.
The balcony?
Smoking.
Right
there.
Oh, my God.
He would be in the Canadian Embassy.
The Canadian Embassy doing cigars.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be at the Canadian Embassy firing up a big one. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's 9 o'clock. We'd be wrapping up the naked Resin attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All the naked models that I like to do. I mean, it's not pornography, okay?
It's okay
art.
if it is.
No, not at all. No.
No, it's not.
We would just
So
I just realized we would have just finished Model Club as well. So that's kind of
right. Hey, I'm in this year, bro.
That's if I
am so in this year.
This year, if it happens.
3 freaking years. I got something for you, Rio House.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got something.
So let's start with this.
I've been asking him for 3 years, and he doesn't show.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't have anything worthy. And I'm busy doing other people's shit. So
he's been chasing you for 20 years, Steve. Come on. Okay. He's been chasing you for 20 years.
Hey, I'm going to catch you, mother.
So how did you – so you went from – let me think. Your first time you were there, you entered the contest?
In 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I won Best Paleo.
How many dinosaurs did you bring that year? Do you remember?
A handful. Like
okay.
4 or 5.
So from that moment, when did you start actually working at WonderFest as like an organizer,
all right,
actually working for them?
All right, here's the deal.
Give me your history.
Here's
Let's do that.
Happened. No, it's not going to bog down. In 2003, well, actually in 2002, what am I listening?
I don't know.
Do you guys hear another voice?
No, you're supposed to take your medication for that.
No. Somebody's screwing with me.
Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. There's no other voice.
So I'm going to try to ignore that, okay?
Okay.
In 2002, me and my buddy Brian, who I call Brain, went to Hodge, went to Conover, and said, you know, you guys are a very small group, and we could see you guys being overwhelmed. We'd like to work with the show. We really would. I think I know where that thing is coming from.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Turn off the TV, Joe.
Yeah. Turn off your Twitch account, Joe. You can go back to her.
Yeah, I'm shit.
Now I am hearing voices. What have you done?
I don't know.
If you're watching it on YouTube, there's
All
a
right.
delay, so you might
All
have
right,
an echo.
I'm back.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Fuck me.
We're
Not even if I had drinking as much as you have. Okay.
All right, I'm going to try this again.
This is going to be the best hour we
This
get
will
out
be,
of this.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Okay, so we asked Hodge and we asked Conover, is there anything that we can do to help? So they actually recruited us to start handling the demos. And in 2004, Conover handed the whole demo package to me, lock, stock, and barrel, said, I trust you, let's go. And I started organizing the education aspect of WonderFest and started accessing you guys and recruiting new guys and teaching the modeling arts, things that we do to make above average models. Teaching things that judges notice. These are things that are going to set you apart from just being an average modeler, right?
Yeah.
And that's been my whole program, making that happen.
When do you walk me through your year? When do you start planning that stuff?
I start thinking about it right after the Super Bowl.
When's the Super Bowl? I don't know when that is.
Nah, dude, there's so many things I get geeked
January.
about. How many of you guys get wished to have a delightfully geeky day? So it's like, hey, life should be delightfully geeky, right?
It should.
And there's a lot of things I get geeked about. I'm a man of passion. That if you guys know me.
I've seen the hot tub videos. I've seen those.
Oh, dude. The Detroit Lions tailgate. Hey, if we have a tailgate this season, the Tub Gators are coming down to our tailgate. They're going to bring that hot tub, and I hope it's in November, so I hope it's cold as hell. So in North Carolina, could be cold, could be warm, don't know.
What's the temperature there right now? You're in a nice,
Right now?
shirt.
Oh, God, it's about 80 degrees.
Oh, wow. You're giving Terry Webb a run for his money with no sleeves. I think he's getting jealous.
Freaking beautiful, man. Hey, here you go, Terry. I got you right there, bro.
Oh, man. So you start right after the Super Bowl, you start planning it out. And how many classes do you run a year? Like, what is the general schedule?
It depends. I'll try to run about 4 quality programs a day. I like to start on Saturday at noon with Tom Grossman. He's always hitting lead off with me, and he's got this whole presentation about my first resin kit, which he introduces the neophyte that comes to WonderFest and sees all this wonderful stuff and says, "Oh man, I want to do that, but how do I do it?" So Tom walks you through that in the Tom Grossman way.
That was pretty good.
Tom,
That's pretty
you
good.
get this, but it doesn't look quite right, so this is what you do. So when Tom's all done with that, I try to follow that up with a basic construction demo where, okay, You saw Tom's thing. Here it is in practice. We're going to get the kit. We're going to show you what to remove. You got to remove the flash and the seams, and you got to pin this thing. You know, it's like you just can't put super glue in something and stick it on there and let it rock. You've got to pin. You got to engineer this thing. And to me, and that's an IPMS thing for me, because that, in my modeling background, most of that is an IPMS background, because I cut my chops building planes and tanks and shit.
Yeah, let's start there. So you started with planes and tanks and all. How do you end up here? Like, what was it?
Gremlins. Gremlins is one of them.
Yeah.
And seeing some stuff at an IPMS show, somebody had what I didn't know they were recasts until a couple of years later.
Yeah, that's happens to the best of us.
Oh, dude, I so dug this stuff. And then when I went to WantAFest, it was like, holy shit! I dropped $1,500. Bam. Just like that.
Do you drive or fly?
Drive.
Okay.
Oh man, it's a 7-hour drive from Charlotte.
Really?
That's not bad.
No.
Oh hell no, man! It's like drive, listen to choice tunes, spark up the big fatty sometimes.
He's flying right now.
He's just like he would be on Saturday night at the show.
This would
he is. Yes, he is.
Hey, I'm trying to be real.
We would all just go. Well, wait. Here comes Joe. Guys, go the other. That's what we'd be saying. Go turn the other way.
Blake Burrows wrote, "You're such a shy, withdrawn, soft-spoken guy." Well, yeah, you are, Joe. Yeah, you are.
Eat me.
Eat me.
So yeah, it's like when we're cruising into WantAFest, we've got a tradition. Once we get on 64 going west, it is 64, right? Once you get off 75,
yeah.
And you go.
I don't know. I come from north, so I don't know. Yeah.
Right. So our tradition is we pop in, or we used to pop in Who's Next, and now we just pull it up on the USB and blast Who's Next, and we're out here in the fields.
So VDub67, who I don't know who that is, asked, "Where's the Panther piss, Joe?"
Hey, Panther.
Explain it to everybody. So
I was going to say it's Panther Potion, isn't it? Yeah,
it's Panther Potion. So this goes back to something me and my tailgate compadre felt we needed after spending a weekend in Canton, Ohio for the NFL Hall of Fame weekend. And said, you know what, we need a signature cocktail after doing a whole bunch of Bengal bombs.
What's a Bengal bomb?
A Bengal bomb, it's pretty rudimentary. It's this weird little 2-chambered cup. The center's got Jaeger and the outside's got Orange Crush. So it's a fairly good buzz inducer, but it wasn't perfect. So me and my buddy were talking, you know, we need a signature cocktail, and it has to be blue. And I put that on my then college student and drinking buddy daughter, Lauren.
Okay.
Says, Lauren, we need a blue drink. So she looked up some recipes, and we went to the liquor store, bought a bunch of shit, and do it together, and came up with a drink that was 1 part gin, 1 part orange flavored vodka, 1 part silver spiced rum, Captain Morgan's except no substitute, and blue curacao. And we cut it, you know, you got four parts, and then 4 parts tonic, diet tonic. Yeah, we all got
it's got to be diet, yeah.
It's got to be Diet Coke.
Because that makes a difference at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
Diabetes averted.
And it was a hit. It was a hit. We started that in 2011, and it was one of our biggest tip generators at Tailgate. And I decided to bring it to WonderFest one weekend when Dave Conover and Bo Kalen, you know those guys. There was Golden Gorilla, no, and it's a nasty drink. Golden Gorilla is like a dessert that's overtly rich, too sweet. And we had Greg Nicotero there, right?
Yeah.
So you guys met Greg. He's a great guy. And Greg wanted to catch a buzz, right? So Bo Kalen makes his Golden Gorillas. I make my Panther Potion. And guess who wins?
Well done.
And so I start bringing that to the Naked Resin attack. I fix a gallon of it and serve to everybody, give everybody big buzz. And if there was anything left, I'd bring it to the Canadian Embassy. And more often than not, it's not. But I start bringing enough to have enough for the Naked Resin and enough for the post WonderFest Sunday party.
So
for everyone to hit the Panther Potion and get a righteous buzz.
I'm going to stop you right there. If there's people watching this who have no idea what you're talking about, I need you to explain two things.
All right.
Naked Resin Attack and Canadian Embassy.
All right. The Naked Resin Attack is something that Tom Grossman started. It's when WonderFest put the kibosh on the naked models.
Hey, you know what? Start there. Go back in history. Talk about that. Talk about Bad Tabitha and that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like they used to have to put us in a separate room and they frickin'
behind the curtain.
And you were always overlooked behind the curtain, blah, blah, blah. And then they did that away with that altogether. And then Tom started putting on the show, and he'd wear the Viking hat with the horns. And I said, what the hell's up with that? And I said, it's Naked Resin, Crazy Joe. You should do it. So there I am. I said, okay, man, I'll be on next year. And I've been going ever since. And so that's the Naked Resin. Okay, Canadian Embassy. You guys know Ross Waddell, and maybe you know him. Maybe you don't.
I know his name. I think I've met him.
Bald-headed guy. Great modeler.
He is a really good modeler. He is.
Yeah. Great guy. So he always had a room on the third floor in that inner courtyard.
Yeah. Yep.
And he'd hang the flags in his window, and everyone would gravitate over there, bring their booze, bring their cigars, and we'd steal chairs from the theater, and we'd all hang out over there till like 3, 4.
Yeah.
Whenever. I mean, we're getting older, so time goes down.
It does.
Boss has been kicking out about 1,
2, and 3.
Yeah. So and then I just go and cruise around all the other floors and see that Ganser and those guys have already gone to bed, and the Resin Illuminati guys have already crashed out.
Lance just said, actually it started with a little star. I totally remember this. It started with little star stickers on the dirty parts. Then it moved behind the velvet curtain. I totally remember the velvet curtain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Curtain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what a mess. So the name Crazy Joe means there's something crazy that happened at some point. What's your craziest WonderFest story? Do you have one that you can share? Or one that you want to share or you can't share? I don't know. Be careful. I know I've got you with a few drinks under your belt. So what's the craziest Crazy Joe story from WonderFest? Do you remember them?
All right, there's one I remember. I gave Dave Hodge a concussion by headbutting him.
Yet he's still on staff. You know?
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Remember, that's assault and you're fired. What? So how did you give him a concussion?
I was having testosterone poisoning, and I wanted to challenge Hodge to a headbutt. It's a crazy Joe thing to do.
Okay.
And that's one crazy Joe thing I can say I did. And okay, and there's another one. What's his name? Bo Kalen is following me around with a video camera. And he caught me in the elevator. That son of a bitch. And he started filming me. And I knew what he was doing, but I was so drunk. And I started talking shit to him. And on one of those Sunday night deals, I don't know if you've ever been to a Sunday night rap party, but Bo will show his crazy amateur videos, and it starts off with me in the video camera just spewing all kind of F-bombs and shit. And, oh, God, I was so embarrassed. I went up and slapped him in the head right in the freaking middle of the party. But, I mean, it was cool, man. I mean, I dish it out. I ought to be able to take it, right?
That's true. V-Dub says, I remember Joe barging into my room at 1 a.m. and hanging out on the balcony. And then Joe says, hey, Joe, Blappy here. And then V-Dub also wants to know, Joe, you working on any donos right now?
I am, actually. And, you know, I am taking...
Uh-oh, dogfight. I got 10 bucks on the bill.
Sorry about that.
Oh, is that you, Steve?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, so dinos. I took this opportunity for the lockdown while I've been furloughed. I brought a whole bunch of Charlie's big dinosaurs.
Yeah, I saw
like the
you
1/8
posting some of that.
scale
Yeah.
behemoths.
Right.
Ready for detail painting. You know, they're glazed, they're finished, all the imperfections gone. I planted little Martin Garrett style little plastic plants on the base and shit. And then I got distracted. I said, you know what? I don't have to finish these right now. I'm gonna do something I hadn't done in a while. I'm gonna build some of Shane Folk's stuff for me. So I pulled out his Postosuchus, his Dopodromeus, Steve, by the way, I did put a yellow tan base coat on.
You always do. That's why I was fucking with you on Facebook.
No, but I made it extra yellow. I put
2 more drops
yellow in it.
The Panther yellow.
And a Camarasaurus. But I've been called. Got called back into the plant on Friday, and I got to go back Monday. So we may be going up to full speed because a lot of the speedways are wanting their shit, and some dealerships.
That's good.
Yeah.
Putting in order. So I'm going to be cranking up the department here probably in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to try and get as much done as possible and then do what I can do.
Steve Iverson has just chimed in. He says, does Crazy Joe have any cult TV man stories? And he said, ask him about White Castle.
Ha.
That's a good face.
White Castle. So it's 2:00 in the morning. Me and Steve we are so trashed, right?
And you're in a cab, right? Please.
No! I dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, no, you can drop the F-bomb.
I said I wasn't going to do that.
That's fine. No, it's...
So I said, dude, White Castle. He says, yeah, Crazy Joe, let's do that, White Castle. So we go to White Castle. And there's a bunch of little girls in there that
Oh,
I
no.
start flirting with. And we get like a sack of like 60 sliders and bring them back to the booze cellar. And Nicotero's there, and Uyghur's there, and a whole bunch of people just flinging freaking sliders everywhere. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, dude, I gotta get out of bed. And boy, I found out why they call them sliders.
That is why they call them sliders.
Right the hell through you.
Yep.
They were good going down.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they were hell coming out.
It really, as a Chicago person, sliders, that's what it means. And so that now that slider means any small burger bugs the hell out of me. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's that it moves through you very fast. So
yeah, I hadn't had White Castle in quite a while, but I'll tell you what, man, I got the Jones to, maybe October.
Yeah.
Go back to White Castle, pick up a sack of sliders, and then revisit those good times.
I'll take you guys. Don't get in the fucking behind the wheel of a car, okay? I'll take you guys next time.
Oh,
okay?
well, you know what? Those were the days when I was truly freaking crazy. I wouldn't do that right now. I wouldn't do that right now. But that was years ago when, when we all thought we were invincible. Right?
Yeah. No, I know those days. I really.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Dan and I had a couple of those days. We found
Yeah.
a really good bar way out in the suburb, like in a side street area of Louisville. That
Oh
we really
yeah,
liked.
you got to go where the locals are.
Yeah, it was
man.
the best. It was the best.
So Joe, you remember a long time ago you told me about some friend of yours named Mongo. Whatever happened to him? Mongo?
Mongo. I had to block him, dude.
What happened?
Cause man, he's so right wing. He makes frickin' Adolf Hitler look like Joe Biden, man.
Why? This was like 15
Yeah,
years
15
ago.
15 years ago when he was actually cool or moderately cool.
But I never knew who you were talking about. Kept telling me, you've got to meet Mongo. And
All right.
who is?
All right, Mongo
comes
is
out
a
in
retired Air Force guy. Used to fly KC-130s. You know what those are? Those are the tankers. Right?
Okay.
And awesome modeler. Awesome. And we were real good pals for a while. But as years went on, man, he became more right wing, man. And I've always been kind of in the middle politically. And
Well, I didn't know anything about that. I just remember you telling me about Mongo.
it was a cool dude back in the day. Cool dude back in the day.
Thad just
Not like you, Steve.
Thad just said Mongo, just pawn in Game of Life.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you know what?
Mongo like candy.
That was his call sign in the Air Force.
Really?
And
Okay.
it stuck. But the Crazy Joe nickname was given to me in my first year in college. Before that, my nickname was Cool Joe. Okay, now picture this. Okay, see this head right here?
Yeah.
Had hair all the way down to here, okay? And I had these little round John Lennon glasses. And I was the guy that always came to class baked out of my skull and still aced all the tests. Geometry was my favorite, man, because I'd go to geometry all baked and everything, and it made sense to me. Okay? And people looked at me like, oh my God, how's this guy getting all these answers right? How's this guy getting A's?
It was like A Beautiful Mind with all the equations showing up above your head. And
yeah. So all through high school, I was Cool Joe, right? In college.
Not Cujo.
No, not Cujo. Cool Joe.
Cool Joe. All right. I just wanted to
Now,
get it.
in my first year in college, which was art college, which gives you an idea of how I'm, where my abilities came from. Animal House came out, right? It's my first year of school, and John Blutarski, Bluto, became my spirit animal, and I led so many crazy escapades, and I got the name Crazy Joe, and it stuck.
Nice.
So that's where Crazy Joe came from. Came in college. All right, so now you know.
Now we know.
Now you know.
Now I know.
This, I don't want to, if you don't want to answer this question, that's fine. How old are you? What we're trying, because we kind of just figure out where people fall with their genre and their age.
I don't mind at all, bro. I will be 60 years old next month.
Oh, cool.
I'll be almost as old as Riojas.
Happy
Almost.
early birthday.
Almost, man. And check it out, man. I got turkey neck going on here, man.
Me too.
Hey, at least you got a neck.
Can't evade it, man.
Can't see mine either.
It just happens.
I do all the workouts. I'm even starting running again, and it's ain't happening, dude.
So, other than Dinosaurs, what's your favorite thing? Like, what's your, in Garage Kit Land, what's like your go-to?
I love original designs. I love original designs, like the stuff that Jesse does with his Land of Zoe. That stuff just appeals to me. Like Filmies Girls, Havoc stuff is that's beautiful to me. Original pinup art. It's humor without being vulgar.
Yeah.
And sexy.
Yeah.
So that appeals to me. And original critters. I mean, there's a guy, you guys may know who he is, Apakit Nakan from Thailand. Does those original alien predator bug chick. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. Scales, scutes, tentacles, stuff that you don't see every day. You know, alien, universal monsters. I mean, all that's nice. I mean, it's got mass appeal, but I like niche stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You and Steve worked out at McGrady's for a while. Any stories from there that either of you would like to share?
Joe? Working with Joe?
Yeah, working with Joe.
All right, Steve, I give it to you, bro.
You're not gonna like it. No.
I could give a shit.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Hey, here's the deal, man.
Wait, so, hold on. Before you do that, what year are we talking so people kind of know where we are in time?
I want to say it was
05,
2007.
Was it 7? It could be 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You I had a big mosasaur to do, and yours was
Therizinosaurus.
Therizinosaur. Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. Very green. Therizinosaur.
Yeah, very green.
I've heard this story.
And I remember Charlie giving you a talk for about 2 hours about how we're not supposed to like what we do. Remember that?
Well,
here's
the deal, Steve.
Our special guest is Charlie McGrady. I'm just kidding.
Steve, here's the deal. I could give a goddamn about what Nicheburger thinks. He's got to realize that art is just subjective, and in the end, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit about what Riojas does, about what Nicheburger does, or even what I do. It's just bullshit. It's fucked up. Oh, I just dropped the F.
You can drop the F-bomb. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Charlie.
Yeah, actually, a couple years ago, I got to hang out with McGrady. No, it was last year. There was my daughter's best friend got married in Indianapolis, and I took a weird long road trip to go over there, and I hung out with McGrady, and I hung out with Shane Folks
Okay.
too,
Mhm.
with two totally different guys that do the same thing.
Yes. Very different.
Shane is like real straight and narrow,
Yeah.
committed to the art, and McGrady just don't give a damn. He does it and say, "Oh well, there it is," and I don't care. Well, you like it, don't like it, you know. McGrady is into this like real esoteric, out there. You know what I'm talking about, Steve? The
Yeah.
third nuke, the Astro Clown, the
Yeah,
this
that's
and
the
that.
stuff he really likes, but
Oh yeah, but no
he
one's
can
gonna
make money
buy
on
it.
dinosaurs. Yeah.
No, right. So it's like, and I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and Charlie says, "You know, I said this 20 years ago. I was gonna stop doing dinosaurs, and because I just don't give a shit about dinosaurs.
That does sound like Charlie.
But yeah, here I've got about 70 life-size specimens that everybody wants to have, so we're still doing." He's still doing
That is a
Yep.
good impression.
McGrady.
He
I
has.
love it. It sounds
My
like him.
friend, the mad genius.
He is. His
He
original
is a
stuff.
mad genius.
The original stuff that he has. I'm one of the few people I think that have a Flea Rider kit. Like those little
that's a
weird
nice
things
one.
that he did
Me too.
are awesome.
I love
like
that
like
Flea Rider.
really cool original stuff. Like,
He was this close to doing a life-size one.
oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love for him. He's one of those people that stuff should be a movie. Like, there's some really cool
yeah.
ideas that he has in there
Oh, well,
of a
you know
whole
what
universe,
McGrady's...
an animated thing. Like,
You know what McGrady's doing? He wrote a Broadway play about Elvis.
Yeah, about Elvis.
Called
I read
Hayride.
Yep.
Called Hayride, and he played me some excerpts from it.
the song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Dude, it's great.
That's fantastic.
This is great. And this guy, I don't know. Okay, it's like, here we go. Most of human population's brainwaves go here, okay? And there's some of us that are here, like most of us, like those of us we're talking to, right?
Okay. All right. Put me in there. All right. We're good.
Okay. McGrady's brainwaves go right up here.
Yeah, he is one
And
of those
there's
guys.
only
Yep.
one other person that I know who has brainwaves up this high. And that's my youngest daughter, Jessie, who graduated law school last year, and now she's fixing to become a partner in some firm in DC, and her brain just goes
Yeah.
like McGrady's. I mean, McGrady's just all over the freaking place.
Yep.
He is.
That's true.
Crazy shit, dude.
So
Crazy.
right now, what do you miss most about Wonderfest? What's the thing like you're like, oh man,
What I'm
this
doing
sucks.
right now. But
Yeah.
see, I don't miss it right now because I got a drink, I got a cigar, and I'm yakking at you guys.
Yeah.
So I don't really miss it, right? Because this is actually, you know what? Time out. The thing I miss about Wonderfest is the people I meet with the demo program, educating people, whether it's me or whether it's Tom or whether it's any of the other presenters I've had, saying, wow, that was great, Joe. Bring her back. Bring him back. I learned a lot from you. One of my favorite Wonderfest moments was a guy who won a gold award. And he was from England. And he came up to me and he built a really nice engineer sky. And evidently he got everything right, the skin tones, the shading, and the thing. And he came up to me and he said, I want a gold because of you, Crazy Joe. because of all the demos I sat through. Now I'm sounding like an Australian right now. And that made me feel really good because, we're doing something right.
Yeah.
That somebody got enough from the demo program that enhanced their skills. They saw what we did, and it's so hard to do it there at WonderFest. Like Dan was talking about a little bit ago, you were in the room and you got the Ed's video camera on you, and you're trying to do your shit, and you don't have your stuff all around you, and you're still trying to execute, but you're trying to get the ideal across, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I ask. Get the idea. This isn't perfect what I'm doing, but I'm hoping that you see the results and go home to your own dojo, your own workshop, work it out, and make it happen for you. Bring your model to the contest, and judges like me will look and say,
Smash it with a hammer and say, "That's terrible."
Joe, it's no good. Suck. We suck. We all suck.
It's terrible.
But I think you're right, Joe. Like when I think back, like there's the classes I taught with Dan and Dan with Steve, and then the classes we taught with Terry. I think though because you see so many faces over the weekend, and I think I remember those faces the most of the ones that came into those classes that I helped like paint or showed them how to do something. And it's not an ego thing. It's like, hey, like I actually did something that mattered in a weird way,
right,
or helped somebody or made somebody happy and helped them through something they were working. Like for someone like, I think, I don't know about Scott, but some of that stuff comes more naturally to me in terms of like, I can mix
you're a teacher, bro.
Right. Well, the teaching part aside, but like to make a color, like if I can see a color and match that color and like really quick by mixing paints together. That's not normal for most people. Like, and I don't realize that sometimes where they're like, how do I make, and I'm just like, done. And I'm done. But to show somebody how to do that is like, that's rewarding. And it all comes from WonderFest, and it's strange.
Well, interesting you say that, Jason, that is one of my permanent demos moving forward is something I call Crazy Joe's Color Lab.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to do that on the last demo of the day on Saturday, because I'm going to stretch it out as long as I can. And I'm going to get a few basic colors, put them together and say, see, this is what you do, and how to make your own transparents. Yeah. And this is what you do. This is what happens. It's like, you don't like Jesse's colors? Hell with Jesse's colors. Make your own colors. And, this is how you make your own flesh tone enhancer to enhance your realism. If you want to make like an ethnic shade, this is what you do. You add a couple drops of burnt sienna and a drop of burnt umber and a drop of naphthol red. And bam! Holy shit!
Yeah.
And then I'll mix up a bottle and I'll raffle it off. It's like, who's my favorite Lord of the Rings character? And you can get this bottle of custom mixed paint.
Nice.
Shit like that.
We did a seminar together, Joe. Remember that?
Dude, we did several, but the one that I liked the best was Borging the Barbie.
Yeah, Borging the Barbie. Had a good crowd for that.
Oh my God, dude, Steve, I still have that thing in my workshop, bro.
It walked out in about 10 minutes, but it started off with a pretty good crowd.
Oh, dude, man, what I wanted was something so far out, something that nobody thought about, is taking like an ubiquitous toy and just throwing the parts at it and making something cool. And it wound up being like really cool, man. And
yeah,
it was
awesome.
Awesome.
Popular for some reason. Yeah.
yeah, it was awesome, Steve. It was great, man. It was great.
We're getting close to the end here. Anything else, Joe? You want to like any highlights, any memories that you just want to share? Like,
oh my God, there's so many. I mean, I just shared the guy who won the gold award and thanking me for it. You know,
And give us your take on the Iverson story. So, did you really chase him out in the parking lot and ask why your silver didn't get a gold and why your
no,
gold didn't?
I didn't chase him. That's
now
that
here
is
it comes.
nothing
Yep.
but freaking hyperbole, dude. Hyperbole. And you know
I'm
where
going
it
with
was?
Iverson on this.
I know exactly what he's talking about. It was the IPMS Nationals in Florida, where, by the way, we got to watch the space shuttle launch
That's pretty
from our
cool.
hotel room. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool.
But I had two McGrady pieces, one that I thought was and one that I thought was it was good. The one that was good got the second place, and one that got first place I thought was me. And I said I asked him why that was, but going to think about what it was. The one that won first place was this. It was dynamic. It was a Styracosaurus spearing. He had just gored a T-Rex, and the T-Rex was doubled over in pain. And the T-Rex was garbage. Oh my God. I had to do so much work on it to make it even acceptable. And even then it was like, you know what? Tell it, I'm done. Finish it, get it done. Yeah. But it was a very dynamic piece. I mean, it had movement. And that is one of Charlie McGrady's strengths, is that he always imparts this realistic form and movement to everything he does. Concur, Rivas?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and Shane is starting to get there. Where Shane excels over McGrady is the detail.
Mm-hmm.
And but McGrady's just form. See, once he's done with the form and he puts a few scales on it, say, I'm done. I'm going back. I'm going to build this Astro. I'm going to drink a case of Budweiser and whack off.
Wow. And with that, we'll be hearing from Charlie's attorneys.
Yeah.
I love you, Charlie. You know that, bro.
I do love Charlie. Well, thank you, Joe, for joining us. I think we got about a minute.
Pleasure, man.
You got anything to plug? Like, you got a website, plug anything, plug away?
Actually, glad you asked that. Let me reduce this. Uh-oh,
he's got magic for us.
Here we go. Flickr.com/photos/CJ models/albums.
Gotcha.
It's my entire portfolio, visible to everybody.
Cool.
If you could remember all that. So.
Well, yeah,
it'll be here. Hey, you can hit rewind.
If you go on the
YouTube.
Clubhouse, it's my tagline. I know.
I'm kind of not allowed there. I'm kind of not allowed there anymore.
Yeah,
so.
But it's like, if you're interested, give me contact me on Facebook and say, hey, CJ, what's your Flickr page, and I'll shoot you the link, man.
Cool.
It's like all my shit's on there. So get out there, enjoy it. Hey, thank you, fellas, for doing what you've done. It's a blast. I've been watching you guys since Terry Webb. I've been having the editorial comment. I'm going to hang out, get fucked up, and watch the Thad and
Yeah, Thad Matter next.
that show.
Yeah, that's
I
what you
love
should do. You should
I
get
love
fucked
those.
up. Yeah,
I am. I'm going to get fucked up and watch those guys.
Steve, what were you going to
Hey,
say?
it's been a blast, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Hold on, Joe. Steve, what
Oh,
were you going to
yeah,
say?
absolutely. Oh, nothing. I just wanted to say thanks, Joe, for stopping in.
Ah, man, Steve, you the man.
Good to see you again.
You
Same
guys
here,
need to
bro.
hug.
We'll
I
see
think
you
you
in
guys need to
October.
hug.
Yeah, and I'll tune into you guys later.
Yeah, we'll be on.
Okay.
We're going to take a pee break. We've been going at this a
Yeah,
while.
you're going to need it.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so
All
much. We'll talk to you
See you
later.
guys.
Bye.